Welcome friends, thanks for joining us today at the TSG channel. Well, today's video isn't going to be the normal kind of review video. It's going to be a plumbing video. That's right. The title of this thing is, will flex tape help seal up a hot water heater? Well, the short answer is no, it doesn't work, at least not for the long haul. We have a leak in the hot water return from our hot water heater. And the flexible copper pipe, just because of age, it weakened right here at this bend, and it started leaking. And when I came home last night, it probably had been leaking for 3-4 hours, because that's as long as I was gone, and it wasn't leaking before I left. So at least 4 hours, I would imagine, because there was water everywhere. And this is an outside wall over here, and all in the porch patio front door area there, it was just all wet, and that's the first thing I noticed, and I thought, uh-oh, because I knew the hot water heater was on this side. Hot water heater would have blown, but it wasn't. It was just the pipe. So the hot water heater is in good shape. It's a 2015 hot water heater, so it's relatively new. I was hoping it wasn't going to be the problem, but the problem is right here. I quickly shut everything off, turned off the water. Fortunately, over here is a valve.
Sorry, we had technical difficulties, but we're good now.
That allows you to shut off the intake. And so as a result, no water was coming in. I turned off the hot water heater. It's an electric hot water heater. And wow, pipes are still pretty hot. It's been off for a number of hours. But anyways, so I drained the water inside the house, and I'm about to remove this pipe because flex tape couldn't handle the heat. Now, it did stay sealed up long enough to take a couple of showers last night, and that seemed to work okay, but when I came back out and inspected it, it had this big old bulge right here because it's rubberized material, of course, and it ended up springing a leak coming out of here. So put a towel in, shut everything down. Now it's time to replace this pipe, and I'm going to take you right along with me so that you can see how I did. Okay, whatever you do, use gloves. You saw me with leather gloves because it got so hot that the vice grips were starting to turn a little on the red side. That's how hot that stuff gets, because it was pretty close to where the joint was. So don't touch anything until it all cools down. All right, success. The hot water heater has been connected and water pressure put to it for roughly 20 minutes as that pipe is still cooling down a little bit, but I did put pressure to it and it's not leaking. Oh, thank you, Lord, it's not leaking. If you're wondering what this is, Corner of the Room Productions, that was my audio engineering company that I had a few years back. Anyway, you can call that number if you want. It ain't me. As many of you may know, I've got some experience and background in electrical contracting, and electrician work and plumbing work are very similar in that there is a conduit for something to pass through. Electricians, however, don't have to deal with what comes out of here. They just have to deal with this. But it's all stuff flowing through other stuff. So the concepts are very, very similar. The tools, however, are completely different. And I got to tell you, man, props to you plumbers. You've got lots of patience, because it took everything in me to keep from, throwing the hot water heater out in the street. And the flexing copper pipe, holy smoke, it came up short. It seemed like, until I put a real aggressive bend and then I was able to get it in. I don't think it should be like that, though. That's probably where the stress points are and the weakest points are over time, and that's why the crack developed. If you look back at the original pipe, and I'll throw a little picture in there of that original flexible pipe, it had some very aggressive turns and bends in it, and I think that's where the cracks were, certainly. As a home builder, whoever that home builder was, this is where he decided to put it, right here next to the other utility. That's my air conditioner, and the plumber who plumbed the whole house had it stubbed out there, and then the guy that had to put this in. So that's why when I contract work as an electrician, I like to have my own crew, and we do the whole thing from stem to stern, from turning the spark on so you guys can use your electrical tools, all the way down to putting the face plates on the switches inside the house, because then I am in complete control of everything. And it's not because I'm a control freak, it's just that I don't want to be blamed for coming in early and doing something that the later guy would have to do, nor do I want to have to put pressure on the first guy who came in and did things that probably wouldn't have engineered it quite the same way I did. And I guess in Texas, it's okay to put a 60 amp 240 line right next to your plumbing like this? What the heck? I learned a lot, though. I can now take care of my hot water heater in case the hot water send goes and breaks. I hope it never happens again, at least in my lifetime while I'm in this house. I did buy spare parts, truth be known. Here's the other part. You see that right there? That's just in case the cold water goes out. Most likely it will not go out. The cold water doesn't really seem to have problems like hot water does. At least that's what plumbers tell me. So, tools are rather simple. The problem is, look at me. Look at how wet I am. I'm in my garage. It's Texas. It's 101. I had a fan blowing, but I had to play with fire, which is kind of fun. But I had that torch going. Oh my God, it was hot. So, all right, well, this was the video for the week. That's because this was the challenge of the week. And hey, don't forget, take a look at my posts, because I am posting things, deals and sales and things that are coming up. We just had a Labor Day thing. My post on YouTube had Labor Day sales. Be checking for those things. I'll post those things on Facebook and all that. So if you guys are interested in picking up some deals because of the time of the year and all that, use my links, because when you use my link, it helps the TSG channel, and you guys are contributing to it when you purchase whatever you're purchasing, whether it's through Amazon, Brownells, Natchez, Sportsman's Warehouse, who else? Directly from a couple of the other vendors like Mantis and all that. Use the links, and I would greatly appreciate it, because you'll help us out. Thank you so much. If you're a Patreon patron, thank you. If you're not a Patreon patron, there's a link for that below too. Take a look at that. Consider helping us that way. That's yet another way to keep us going, because YouTube is going to shut us down. Have you looked at the policies lately? Well, I have, and it's kind of scary. So I appreciate all the direct support you folks can provide this channel. All right, love you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless America. May America bless God. Now I got to put all my tools away and go take a shower. It's hot. Make sure you let that thing cool. That whole thing is going to be really hot, and always wear gloves.